This episode of Express Training Bites is brought to you by Promo Corner. Are you looking to support a sales campaign and reach a larger audience? Raise your brand awareness with content sponsorships. For more information, reach out to sales@promocorner.com. This is Express Training Bites. I am Brendan Pecharich, the digital media director for Promo Corner, and I have a little bit of a different training today. We're not going to be talking about anything to do with building your business or training about your sales. This is more of the fun side because as you are probably watching this today, and maybe it's happened to you this morning, but it is April Fool's Day. Yes, it is April 1st, 2021. Thank goodness for it being 2021. But that is the day. And we are going to talk a little bit about the history of April Fools and then kind of how it works in the promo industry. So let me get my screen going here and we will have the presentation ready to go. All right. So April Fool's Day, pranks and promo. Yes, that is what we are talking about today. So where did the idea of April Fool's Day come from? So according to history.com, where it kind of dates back to is in the late 1500s. That's when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. Now, what the major difference is between those two is that the beginning of the year in the Julian calendar was always on the spring solstice, which was right around the April 1st area for the Gregorian calendars. So back then, they didn't have the internet. They didn't have Twitter, Facebook, and a bunch of people telling everybody how stupid they are because they don't know what happened exactly 1 second ago. It took days, weeks, even years to figure out that France had made that switch. And so there were a bunch of people for a long time that were still celebrating the new year on April 1st, according to the Gregorian calendar. So those people that were in the know were calling the people who were celebrating the new year, not on January 1st, but on April 1st, fools. And so that's where it kind of came from. You can see that there is a French term that they would use that was for April fish or fool. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that word in French. I pulled it up on Google and she said it. I tried to say it. I can't roll and do the things. I'm American. I can do a Southern accent, but I can't do a French accent. So there's that. But that is where they think the origin of the April Fool's Day came from. And now the history of April Fool's. So we know where it kind of started. Then how did it grow? Why did it become so popular? So it spread through Britain in the 18th century, and in Scotland, it became a 2-day event. Now, this is one of my favorite things to read about this. People were sent on phony errands, and they were told to go on a hunting the gawk, or gawk is a word for a cuckoo bird. One of my favorite movies is Up, the house with the balloons and everything, the whole Disney story. And he tells him to go look for a snipe, and snipes don't exist. That's what this reminded me of. So literally that joke has been replayed and reused over and over again in society. And then one of my favorites is the second day of the 2-day event was called Tally Day, which people would get pranked on their derrieres. Now, this is funny to me because this is where the whole joke of putting the sign on the back that says "kick me" came from. One of the oldest pranks, one of the oldest hazing rituals out there started because of April Fool's Day. That is so cool. I thought that was so much fun to kind of see how the history of that day, where it came from and how it grew in popularity to what it is today, was very neat. And all of this information is according to history.com. So I thought that was a lot of fun. Now, one of my favorite stories about April Fools, I was young and it was my best prank that I had ever done. Has nothing to do with promo, but I was a young kid. I was finally getting old enough to think that I could take on my dad or my parents on April Fool's Day. So this was pre-YouTube. This was pre-Google. I think this was actually pre-internet, but I had talked to a bunch of my friends who had told me that they had done all of this stuff to their parents and they were so cool and I wanted to be like them. And so one of the tricks that I had done was I had put saran wrap on the bowl of the toilet and pulled it real nice and tight so you couldn't see it, and then closed the lid on top of it. So when you opened up the lid in your haste to go to the restroom in the morning, you wouldn't see that it was there and it would go everywhere. And after I had set that up, and because I had gotten up super early in the morning and did it before my parents had got up, I did that. And then I went downstairs and I did the Scotch tape around the little, I don't know if anybody had the sink with like the pull out washer and it had the little trigger on the back. Well, I know my dad would always go and rinse his coffee mugs in the morning in the sink and instantly take that thing to full power, right? And so I put Scotch tape on the back of that trigger and aimed it to right in the center of the sink to see what would happen. Well, I shared a bathroom with my brother and my sister. My brother saw the saran wrap before he went to the restroom, so that one was a bust. But my favorite, I was sitting upstairs, I was sitting with my brother, and we were listening to my dad talk in the morning. And then all of a sudden, I hear, "God damn it, Brennan!" And he came running upstairs and he grabbed me and took me downstairs and put my head in the sink and turned on the sink and just set me in the sink. And I was getting sprayed by my own prank, but I was so happy that I had got him with that prank. And that was the first and the last time I ever thought I was going to be strong enough to take on my dad on April Fool's Day. So that is my April Fool's Day funny. I think it's hilarious. I want to see or hear yours over in the questions to the side, because this is one of those days that just kind of separates people. It's a lot of fun to kind of hear the stories and have the fun. So now, to go back to the training side of this and how it kind of goes with promo. So let me get that screen 2 back up here and share that thing again. All right, so now I've got this shared. Let's move to the next slide. So, how does April Fool's Day and promotional products come together, right? So, some suppliers have full lines devoted directly to pranks, directly to like just making fun or having fun in the workplace. Salespeople use the joke on the day to kind of make it one of those sales touches or to build those relationships, because we all know that people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So that one is great. And then it does break up the mundane workday, week, even the month, or it can even help the year. 2020 was a horrible year. April 1st was kind of hard last year. Nobody really wanted to make jokes, and I'll kind of touch on why April 1st last year was a little hit or miss. This year, it's probably going to be quite a bit bigger. I hope everybody's had a lot of fun today, but let's get back to the promo side. So I wanted to see how promo products and April Fools come together, and I wanted your responses. And so what I did is I threw a question up into the Promotional Products Professional page on Facebook. If you are in the promo industry and you are not part of this page, go there now. That is the cover picture that is up there right now. Go there and become a member of the group. It's a fantastic way to get ideas, to ask questions, and also see that you're actually doing pretty well, because some of the best content in the industry from blogs and podcasts come directly from this website. So I posted onto the Promotional Products Professionals page and I asked everybody for their best promo prank. It was crazy, the answers that I got. I thought for sure I would get a bunch of, okay, I did this with this product, or I did this for this customer, but the wide range of answers I got led me to do this presentation this way instead of the other way that I was going to do it, which was have the people come on and tell them themselves. So I thought I would just do it this way. So first off, we talked about how suppliers have entire lines or product categories devoted directly to pranks. And that was probably the overwhelming answer that I got on this post on the Promotional Products Professionals page, was suppliers telling me what products that they have that are very funny. Howard Berman from Jornik, I love that he put out that he had the whoopee cushion and threw in a nice little ha-ha at the end. And Robin from Lincoln Line, she let us know about some of the products that Lincoln Line has. And then we had a great little joke where you earned $100,000 and you give somebody a candy bar, and Lance from Chocolate Inn jumped in and said, "We can help." I love that Promotional Products products have gotten way beyond just something that you give away at a trade show or something, a little pen that you just end up throwing away at the end of the day. You can have a lot of fun with these promotional products. And this comment, this next one, this was amazing. I talked about how companies have created entire sections just around pranks or having fun with promotional products. And Ariel Premium, Sarah threw it out there, and it is I mean, that's the gauntlet of products, right? So go to the promotional products professional page, go and check out some of those answers and see how suppliers are building and bringing in those products that you can then use to brand your customers. If you're a distributor or if you're an end user watching this, how you can go and find a product and have a lot of fun with your logo on a day that is a lot of fun and has some historical value as well. The other thing that I talked about is distributors or salespeople using it as a way to create another little sales touch. We always talk about, again, know, like, and trust. Well, if you trust somebody enough to prank them, then there must be a whole lot of trust there. And so there were a couple of great comments in here. Mandy Clay talked about how she swapped the catalogs and all the drawers in one of her people, and I think that is hilarious. It is those little tiny things where you mess with somebody's office. I have a massive OCD, so my buddy Rich Graham says that he's gonna come and he's gonna unscrew all my light bulbs and hide my SD cards. Rich, I don't think you understand. That would drive me ballistic. So I side with Michelle on this one. Mandy, great joke. Rich, that would be hilarious if you came and did that. I have a ton, I've seen a ton of office pranks. I've seen a ton of things done, but as we're all working from home, those get harder and harder to do. So you start to see a lot more emails and stuff that that I'm leaving or I'm retiring at 29 or I'm going on a walkabout. Those are some of the best that I've seen so far. And then my buddy Josh Robbins, an owner of Vault Promotions, I put him in and the salesperson on this side. He said, I do not suggest jokingly charge $5,690 shipping charge for a 2-pound overnight package. That sounds like a great prank. That sounds like a fun joke. But again, that must have hit at the wrong time because I would laugh my ass off if you told me to do that. If I was your customer, I'd be like, yeah, sure, Josh. And why don't I just give you 10 grand on top for a tip? But those are fun things to do. It's a lot of fun to be able to joke around with your customers. And this is the day, this is the week that you can kind of do that and know that you can, that everybody's got a thick enough skin that you can get away with it. So, however, saying that people have thick enough skin doesn't always mean that they do. So, in today's climate, I hate to be the Debbie Downer on the backside of a fun presentation and talking about promo and how it can be fun and how you can prank people, but at the same time, be cognizant of what's going on. You may find the joke funny, but read the room. I talked about April last year. There wasn't a whole lot of people that were in a joking mood on April 1st, 2020. Everybody was uncertain about where they were going to be. They were losing their jobs. We had no idea what we were doing hour to hour, day to day. So April Fool's last year was a very, very bad time to do a joke. And so I hope that people read the room and kind of took a step back. However, we are on a good track. We are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. We are on the backside of the curve. We are feeling like we are getting more comfortable with the social distancing, wearing masks, and being able to go out there and be safe. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, all of that stuff. We're taking care of our people. We're getting people in and out of hospitals. We're figuring it all out. So hopefully the humor starts to come back in society as well. The one that I want to talk about the most, because we talked about working in an office with people. If you feel like you're going to prank your superior. So my story was I pranked my superior, my father. I pranked him. Make sure that you have that good of a relationship that you're able to prank that superior. At the end of the day, you may be friends, but they're still your boss. So know that line. So if you are going to do a promo prank to a customer or to a superior, make sure that you know where that line is and you do not get close or touch it, because that could have ramifications on April 2nd. Because after all, April Fool's Day is only for one day. But if that prank lingers for longer than a day, ooh, I feel sorry for you. And the third one, have fun, but don't be hurtful. So there are a lot of things that you can do. There are a lot of great pranks that you can pull out there, but a prank is only fun until somebody gets hurt. So don't hurt somebody physically or emotionally. We're all very cognizant of mental stability now. So be real careful about what you're doing and what you're saying and how you're saying it. So if everyone isn't laughing, is it really that funny? Again, those it's kind of like the first one where you may find it funny, but it's not. So just have fun, but don't hurt anybody. So that is what I've got for April Fool's Day and promo on this quick express training bites. I want to give a huge shout out to a previous employer of mine, Numo. If you haven't seen what they have done today, go check out their Instagram. I believe Mark Graham posted something on Facebook in on behalf of Numo as well. Numo Manufacturing has probably the most hilarious promo prank I've seen in a really long time. Go check that out. One of my favorites before then was Brandon McKay and Charlie Johnson at Snugs way back in the day had done a really awesome April Fool's Day prank. So if anybody has that one, if anybody remembers what they did, I want to say it was in like 2008 or 9. And if you can find like what they did, go ahead and post that in the comments so that people can see what I'm talking about, and I'll try and find it too. But you guys, thank you so much. Go out there and have a fantastic day. I don't have any crazy announcements because it doesn't matter what I say today. It's April Fool's. Are you really going to believe me? Go out there and have a fun, have a great smile. What is it? Have a coconut smile. And thank you for joining me for Express Training Bites live every Thursday at Promo Corner's Facebook page, Promo Show's Facebook page, and live on the show floor at promoshow.com. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next Thursday.